Hello everyone, welcome back. I hope you can all hear me. I think you should be able to, and I think the volume should be okay. If the music's too loud or anything, let me know please. Just me today. I will be adding pieces to the inventory. So for those of you who don't know, or maybe you do know, and I'll say hello to everyone in just a moment, but essentially what we do is Paul comes in and he catalogs, and by cataloging that means he essentially pours out like a category of pieces and then sorts it by piece type and then by color, and then he inputs into the computer specifically what that piece is on a spreadsheet file essentially in BrickStore, and then he puts it in a bag, and essentially this is what we're kind of left with. So it's a bag of individual pieces in other bags, and this is what we're starting to have other people do for us and then return to us. And when it comes to us, then what Paul and I can do is, and I'll take a bag in a second, we'll take it out of the bag, then we assign remarks to each of the pieces, or if we already have it on the wall, we'll take that piece, go put it on the wall, and then upload those pieces. So that's what I'm gonna be doing today, is the adding portion of that. So we have quite a few people here. Let me grab the mouse so I can scroll real quick. But David West is here, Ben is here, From Brick Creations is here, Lego Military Mox, Jameson, Kelsey, Brick on Block, and is it Jamie? Music is a little loud. I can turn that down for sure. Hopefully that's better. Hopefully it's not too quiet now. 5 p.m. in the US. Yeah, for me it's about 3:08. 3:08 right now. So yeah, I'm gonna be adding pieces. There's a fly in here apparently, so there might be a fly buzzing around, which would be cool. The past few days, Paul and I have added a lot of pieces, which has been really, really cool. So as probably everyone knows, we have Chad, welcome to the stream. We have a goal of 12,000 lots, 300,000 parts by the end of this month. It's gonna be really, really hard, if not impossible to hit. We're at like 9,800 lots and 230,000 pieces, so we have a long way to go still, but we're gonna keep pushing towards that goal. So that is why on the stream I am being productive today, as opposed to like a chow and chat or something where we don't do a ton of stuff. I'm trying to be productive and do this the right way. So we upload the files to Google Drive, which then allows, if it's on my laptop here or the computer over there or wherever we are, we can easily download the file and then apply it into Brick Freedom, where it'll do the BrickStock merge function. And then Cynthia, Fat McDonald's Idiot, I think. What's up? How are you? I don't know what I was just saying. Oh, I can download it into BrickStore or Brick Freedom to the BrickStock merge function thing, and then it'll give me an XML file. And then with that XML file, oops, I hope that's still playing. I think it is. Yeah. Okay. Apparently I can't minimize that. Interesting. But with that XML file, what I'm able to do is then open that up in BrickStore, and now it'll say, maybe I should have shown my screen for this. I feel like that probably would have made the most sense, although I'm not doing that. That would have been the best thing to do here, would be show my screen. Essentially now, in this specific BSX file, there's 58 different lots, 461 parts, and 43 of those are brand new lots that we don't have yet. So that means I have to consolidate, 15 lots? So now essentially on the screen it shows me the pieces in a file. It should be in this because it corresponded with the little sticky note that Paul wrote that had the title of the file. And then what I do is I pour it out. And then I now pick each piece. And what I usually do, well, I guess it depends. Sometimes I'll do it, never do it on the table. This is actually a first, I think. Sometimes I'll do it from over there. If it's something like this where there's only a few lots that I'm adding to a few lots that I have to consolidate, then I might do it over there at the table or on the counter, I guess it is. But if it's mostly consolidation, I'll do it on the cart. I'll pour it out on the cart and I'll have the laptop in front of the cart. It would be too hard to do today just because of everything, the stream setup and all that kind of stuff. There would not be enough room on the cart to do all this. But essentially what I do is I'm going each piece down, and I'm looking for that specific piece. So like in this case, I found this piece, and then I'm checking for quantity and I'm double checking for quality. So in this case, right off the bat, when Paul cataloged this, the quantity was incorrect. There's actually 2 of these pieces. He said there was only 1. And then this goes in D100. So I'll go over to drawer 100 and we'll stick it in there. And now we have those 2 pieces in that drawer. But in this case, like I said, usually I'll do it on the card. If there's a lot of consolidation, I'll just go down the aisle because it's sorted by remark, so I can go in order. But in this case, there's only a few, so I'm just going to go back and forth to the aisle. And that is pretty much that. See, we have a little bit of chat. Funbrick Creation says, I'm thinking I might get an advent calendar this year, open them in videos and use and add the parts as used afterwards. That's a good idea. I don't know why I couldn't talk there. Yeah, that's a pretty good idea. You can film it and then you can add the parts as used. That's what Paul's been thinking about doing for, sorry, I have to count in this video or in this stream. But that's what Paul has been doing or thinking about doing for $13.94 for some of the streams where we build, because we don't, we can't just keep buying tons and tons and tons of sets that we keep building, and then I guess we could find a place to store them and stuff, but it's a little bit better, or what we've been thinking about doing is if we buy the set and then part it out as used, that might be a good idea, because then we're not just spending money and then the set's sitting there not just sitting there and then collecting dust or whatever it might be, or we run out of room. So the thought is maybe build it on a stream, enjoy it for a little bit, and then break it down and upload it. Obviously it costs more, or it doesn't technically cost more, but it uses a lot more time, which essentially is money when we're doing stuff, but it would allow for content and save save money, I guess. Not really. I guess it doesn't save money because we're still spending it on the set, but we could recoup some of that money, I guess. 1784. So I see we have a few more people who are popping in right now. Welcome you guys to the stream. I will say hello in just a second. Looks like we have Beyblade Dudes, Fidel, welcome to the stream. Again, I don't know how to say your name. I don't remember your name. I'm so sorry. I know you've said it so many times. I don't remember it. Sunita, welcome to the stream. Zhao, welcome to the stream. Is it Joao? Or something like that, Joao? Funbrick Creations just said, or actually let's read some chat. Do you have a personal Lego collection? What is the main thing in it? Minifigs, vehicles, etc. I do have a personal Lego collection. It's almost entirely from when I was a kid. So the majority of it is probably construction / city sets. I loved construction and city and building a city and all that kind of stuff when I was younger. So that's probably the majority of it. Now though, if you look at the current sets that I have, they're a lot of architecture sets, but also, yeah, mostly architecture sets, but I like the creator expert ones as well. And I think trains are pretty cool, but not really the city trains or the cargo trains or like the older ones they had in the city line. But like I have the crocodile locomotive over there. I have the Maersk cargo train or whatever it was called. I really like the ones that are like modeled and look really cool, as opposed to just the kind of standard city cargo or city passenger train. 2271. Yeah, and I'm gonna try and talk as best I can while I'm doing this, but having to remember numbers and count pieces, this is gonna be quite a challenge, I think, to do this. Although it might get easier once we start just scanning barcodes instead of having to remember what number it has to go on the wall. I did see that we had some more people. Adam, welcome to the stream. And is it Uwan? I'm sorry, I don't know how to say your name. Fidel says, where are you gonna put new acromills after you finish the wall you're currently filling with drawers? So I can't really turn the camera, but once that wall is full, we have this wall kind of in front. We're gonna curve that wall. So similar to this side, I think you guys can see that. Yeah, so how we have back here is kind of the main wall that goes to this corner, and then we have this wall that goes out. That's the plan for over there. We're gonna fill up that wall and then go this way along the wall parallel to this one. And then the plan is to actually make another floating wall like this, and that'll go there, so we have no extra space over here anymore, but we'll have another floating wall like this. It can't be this long, unfortunately. pronounced like UN. Okay, gotcha. And that'll be floating over there. Now we haven't decided whether that's going to be floating completely like this where we can walk around it in 2 directions, or if it's going to go to the wall, because if it goes all the way to the wall, we can add, what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 16 more units. So not entirely sure if we're going to do that, but it would be inconvenient to pick because we'd have to go up that aisle and then spin around, walk back down the aisle and around the wall, and then we can finish on the other side. So we haven't quite decided there yet, but we have a decent amount more room over here. So yeah, but the problem is the acromill units right now are ridiculously expensive, so we can't, we're having a hard time expanding past what we already have, just due to the fact that they cost so much, which is very sad. Now, this happens occasionally. I'll just kind of talk through what I'm doing and what is happening, but this bag is pretty full. This might fit in here. I'll check it later, but if it doesn't fit, we'll just stick the bag in the drawer where it goes, and we'll just stick it to the side. And then after these parts are uploaded, we will then go through and look for like the pieces or the drawer in the, sorry, I don't know what I'm thinking. We'll look for the drawer in BrickLink, we'll type in the remark and stuff, and then we can change and move the remarks around in the drawers and stuff if stuff doesn't fit in a certain drawer. But most of the time, at least for this category, most of these are gonna fit in the drawers. We might only have like 2 or 3 drawers to the side. I did what did I do? 1 by 3 plates, 1 by 6 plates, 1 by 8 plates. Yeah, and a lot of those, because we had thousands, 1 by 2 plates, all of those, because we literally had thousands of pieces, we just had so many drawers that I had to figure out at the end because there was too much, and it wouldn't fit in the drawer. So we filled up a few more of the bins on the wall with 1 by 4 black plates and 1 by 4 white plates that are used. Tons of those. Okay, 3687. Which is over here. All right, now we're on the back of the wall, which is nice. It seems like the majority, and it kind of makes sense. But a lot of the used pieces are on this wall and starting to fill in over there. We have a decent amount in the aisle, but comparing the amount of drawers on this wall to the amount of drawers inside, you can tell the majority is over here when it comes to consolidating. But that's nice, because then I'm not having to walk into the aisle, so. Okay, I'm missing a lot of chat now. I see we have some more people. Daniel, welcome to the stream. Adam, I think I said hello. Toby, welcome back, how are you? Missing some chat here. Funberg Creations says, personally doesn't think the advent calendar is interesting, but as of December, but enjoyed making all the videos last December. And all the parts have sold over the last 9 months, that's pretty good. Sunita says, can you link those white cups that are on the table? Still can't seem to find them. I assume you mean these. Let me see if I can, I need to find them. Some of them have a barcode. They're Room Essentials from Target. I don't know if I can send links in chat. Let me try real quick though. And if I can, yes, I will send. Let me find one with a barcode, and then I can like type in the name of them, because I don't think they're gonna come up if I just type in Room Essentials cup, or they might, but they're gonna be way somewhere far on a list. None of these are gonna have barcodes over there. Oh, okay, found one. So they are, they're called storage containers. See if storage containers come up. Oh boy. Storage trays. Okay, that's what the picture matches. So we'll find the one that is storage trays. Okay, yeah, so I will link, if I can link, I'll try to link these. These are the smallest ones we use. Let me see if that sends. Okay, I think that's sent. Yeah, cool, it looks like it. Those are the small ones we use, and then in that same family we have these medium ones. They have larger ones. We haven't used those before, but you should be able to go find that. And that should be good for you, hopefully. And they're $2. You get 4 of the small ones, or you get, I think, 3 of the medium ones. And yeah, we have found them to be very useful. We actually have hundreds of them. Catalogers have them out right now. We have a lot in here as well, but they're incredibly useful in my opinion, especially, here's the thing though, I guess you could use, and this is, I don't know why we didn't do this. Who is it? A lot of people, but I think it's Ralph's Bricks who I'm thinking of. Has just clear plastic cups, like Solo, not Solo, they're not that tall, but like clear plastic, maybe 6-ounce cups that you can drink water or whatever out of. That is brilliant because you can see through them completely, so when you put the pieces in any of them, and they're about this size, I'd say. And that's actually really, really smart. So that will be significantly cheaper and better than these, and we've found a problem, like we won't part out a set with these, because when you lay them all out, you can't see in the cups if there's only 4 pieces in here and it's on the other side of the table. If this was clear, you could be able to see through it, know what piece it is. So I would actually kind of recommend like a piece, like a cup that is clear or something. And those are gonna be much cheaper too. You could probably get a whole pack for like $6 when you get 12 of these for $6 or something. So yeah, all right, $37.70. And I gotta count out 38 of these. This might not fit. No, that'll fit. So like I said, I am looking for quality as well here. Okay, and the number was wrong there, so they're only 37, not 38. So quality and quantity. Paul is very good about the quality. I mean, he loves throwing parts away, it looks like, or not, whatever, but he's very good at figuring out what may or may not be a good quality piece. The catalogers, at the moment, the 2 we have doing it are not as good, but I don't think anyone who's an employee of you is going to care as much as you do when it comes to things like that. But we're trying to get them to fill up bags if there's bite marks or whatever. We don't want to sell those. Okay, so I linked those cups, perfect. Shizio. I don't know what set that is, actually. I apologize. David West says I'm up 20 odd thousand parts in the last 2 days. That's really good. Yesterday I added 7,000 pieces. Today I'm not going to be able to add another 7,000. It's just not going to happen. After this stream, I'm going to go work on the house. We're still kind of remodeling stuff, so I need to go work on that. Actually, I need to go do other stuff too, but people won't text me back, so I'm not entirely sure. I don't know what I'm doing. I need to drop things off, but people suck at replying apparently. So we're not gonna get 20,000 parts up in 2 days, but so I uploaded probably about probably like 75% of the plates that came back. Nicholas, who's our contractor who comes in and packs orders on Mondays, he's cataloging, what's he doing? Medium bricks, which is like 1x2 plus bricks. So that'll come back on Monday. Can add those pieces. I'm going to try to get the medium tiles to go out and get catalogs so we can add those pretty soon. So we are getting the quantity up more than I expected, and I'm thinking lot count is going to be hard to hit now as well, but who knows. I don't know, I'm so torn. I got work starting back up because like I had a decent break over August. Now that it's the school year again, I have things starting back up because I work on the school schedule apparently. So things are starting back up now that it's September, and then we only have 1 month or less than 1 month now to get to our goal or reach our goal, which is really hard. I'm really trying to finish the house up though before winter. What else? I don't even know what else. I have a lot of things that I want to do very soon and not much time, and I'm not adding parts right now, I'm just talking. But yeah, I'm really trying to do really trying to do a lot of things in a short period of time, but Paul's spending a lot more time cataloging now. I see that today he started the Technic. I assume he shot a vlog for it, which you'll see on Friday, but there's cups of Technic pieces laying around everywhere, so I think that means he cleared off the table and put stuff in. That should add a good amount of quantity as well. There's tons of pins, tons of axles, which is great, so that'll be fun. Daniel says we're using Ziploc bags, not drawers. I know a lot of people do that. I personally don't like having to go through a bag, though I've never done it. So who knows? Maybe it'd be fine. But I've never. To me, it doesn't seem like it's the best. David says you don't need to. I know if you don't consolidate, you don't need to move drawers. Of course not. But yeah, we've thought about that too. I see Fidel says yesterday's vlog inspired him to do a great consolidation of his own during the stream. And if you guys haven't seen the vlog, essentially what we did is we went through each and every drawer, and that's why there's a ton of drawers empty on the wall. And if we pulled it out and we were like, this does not make sense in terms of what's in here, you know, and there was not a divider and there were only a few pieces in there, or it looked kind of full, but if we pushed it to the half, we could put a divider and put another piece in there. We took off 207 drawers, which essentially gave us 103.5 or whatever drawers that we were able to actually. A lot of them are still sitting here. I've been adding pieces to those drawers as opposed to spending time consolidating those separately, because that doesn't really make sense. So you'll see when I start adding things like this. This is the kind of stuff we pulled off the wall. So I'll just put it halfway, stick the divider in, and put the other piece in here, and then we can put that back on the wall. So it took a lot of time. It took about an hour for Paul and I to go through the entire store, pull out every single drawer, and figure out if we could add other stuff to it. And then it's now been a couple days that we've been adding pieces back. So that's pretty good. But now, in theory, that gave us a ton more space, hopefully. And obviously we could mix multiple lots in, and I kind of do that with some used pieces, but occasionally we'll get things like this where, you know, if there was black and blue and like one sand green and one yellow in this side of the drawer, and we put all these black pieces in here, it just doesn't make sense. So then it takes more time for us later to go split it up. So it's a struggle to figure out if I should stick 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 lots in one drawer or just the single piece or whatever. So, okay. Cool, I think I caught up in chat. At least I can scroll all the way to the bottom now. Lego Milton Mark says, have you guys been down on number of sales? I only had 4 orders in the last 11 days. 4 orders in the last 11 days. We've had more than that for sure. But I think the number is down. Let me check actually. This month started out, actually it was very weird. Our sale that we had, yeah, our total sales number is lower, but our gross income is up, so that's good, I guess. But total sales is down. Currently, or this month, the first few days were slow. Then we had a sale, which they sped up a little bit. Then we stopped the sale, and the following 2 days after the sale stopped, we had a ton of orders and high value orders. So I don't know exactly what happened there, because people didn't want stuff when it was on sale apparently. But after the sale stopped, it was done. And then for the past 2 days, excluding today, so Thursday, Friday, we didn't get a single order, which was really weird, kind of concerning. It was like I double checked our prices, made sure nothing was wrong. We didn't get a single order though for 2 days. And then today we've had 4 orders, I think, or from like last night, very late last night into today, we've had 4 orders. So I don't exactly know what happened the past 2 days, but yes, our total sales volume is down, but our total income is up a little bit, which is nice. Dunham from BrickCo says, I discovered something yesterday too good not to share. Buying some inventory at Costco, an employee asked if I was donating the sets, which gave me an idea. I get some Toys for Tots, Goodwill, and Salvation Army t-shirts when I'm shopping for inventory. Maybe I can actually buy more than one set from Target. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, because they probably won't have as much of a limit if you're saying you're donating it. It's a little not right. But yeah, that could work, I suppose. Ben T, welcome to the stream. I think I saw you earlier, and then maybe you left for a minute. Yeah, Funbird Creation says, I use clear plastic cups to sort, or drawers if I have spares. We use drawers when we're parting things out because they are clear, and you can see through them, and it's great. But these are fantastic for picking orders, because when you're picking an order, the trays are on the thing right in front of you, so you can easily see down into them. It's not a problem if it's in front of you. It's a problem when it's sitting over there, and the pieces don't fill it up enough that you can see in, because it's not, that's where the problem is. But if it's right in front of you, it's totally fine. Or if you're way piling it over or something. Bricknut, welcome to the stream. How are you? Ben says, I've got, oh wow, gotta move 3,000 drawers next week or week after. Not gonna be a fun job to do. I don't think so. No, that's a lot of drawers to move. Like a lot. Funbreak Creation says, I need to also do a big consolidation. Yeah, so that's something we we've done one other time. It probably was very early this year, because I think it was a vlog title. I think I titled it twice, like the Great Consolidation or whatever. But we try to do it occasionally, just because actually very funny. Not funny, I guess, but the other day we were doing it, I did pull out a drawer that was completely empty. There was no divider, there was no pieces, nothing. So how that happened, I'm not entirely sure, but occasionally we'll find that we pull this out and half of the divider's empty because one of us forgot when we were picking an order to pull it off and know that it was empty. And we've had questions that how do you know if, we had questions, how do you know if it's empty or not? And if we pull it out and we're packing it and we pull out all the pieces of one side, we know it's empty. So we take it off the wall and put it on the cart, as opposed to putting it back on the wall. Some people flip them around. Other people, I don't know what other people do. A lot of people flip them around like this. And then when you see that it's like different, you can see, how do I get it out now? Shoot. There we go. When you see it's different, you can know, okay, it's empty. We just take it off the cart and then we use it to put more pieces in, or if we need to, we consolidate it later. Okay, this was $37.70. Still don't know where all the drawers are exactly. Okay, we got more chat, I do see that. Fidel says, are you still using those 4-way dividers Rain sent you a long time ago? We are. Actually, I have one of them right over there, a couple of them right over there. What I've found with those is, now that we have more quantity that we're doing, even with used pieces, like this doesn't make sense to put in there. I don't even think 5 pieces make sense to put in there, because once it's kind of difficult to get them out with with the 4-way thing, especially if they're square pieces and they can get wedged in the corner. So we use them, they're still on our wall, but we haven't had or made any more because it almost doesn't quite work as maybe they work. That's not the problem. It's just, it's like not as efficient as it could be, I guess. So hopefully, I mean, that did answer your question, but I wish that, yeah, we've been trying to figure out if there's a different way to do it. There's some other drawer units, I don't know what brand they are, but they have 3 dividers in them. I think they're Craftsman or something like that. So instead of just the 1 divider in the middle, you can have it in 3 different sections, which is really nice, but we don't have those, unfortunately. All right, 4 of these, $38.05. Why is my nose all itchy? Funbury Creation says, I'm good at forgetting to turn the drawers around when they're half empty, so I have more usable drawers than I really do. Ah, I see. Yeah, I would say occasionally I find, where did this just go? Occasionally I do find pieces, I don't know where I'm going, $38.05. I pull out a drawer and it's half empty and it's just like we forgot, but we try to pull it off so that we know to add pieces to it or whatever. The downside to pulling it off is if you're packing multiple orders, or which we almost always do, or if you're packing any order that has a piece in a drawer that you pulled off, you're now looking through like this stack of drawers as opposed to just the wall. So that's the first place we look. If we go up to the wall and we're looking for 4366 and it's not here, I'll quickly glance around just in case we put it in the wrong spot. But then it's like, okay, now I got to look on the cart. Where did we put that piece? Or what piece we're looking for, and then it becomes a little more of a hassle. But as long as we don't let dozens or hundreds of drawers pile up, and there's only a stack of like 20 down there, it's not really a huge problem. But that is a downside to taking off the drawer and putting it to the side instead of, I guess, flipping it around backwards. 43.15. What else do we have here? Dunder Mifflin Brickco, what exactly do you mean? It says, do you think it would be more efficient for you guys to add all the items as new lots and then have a contractor consolidate them later? I don't think consolidating after is a good option. I feel like that would actually take more time than consolidating right now. Soulflame, welcome to the stream. Late again, no problem. Yeah, I think that's what you're saying. Like, after the fact, they go into the inventory and find doubles, and then they put them in the same drawer. I don't think that's worth someone's time. What might be worth it is just don't consolidate. I don't know. We've had this discussion quite a bit, I think. 4373. All right, so one more piece that we have to consolidate here, and then we can start scanning in the new pieces into the new drawers. And I have some dividers curing over there. I hope they're cured by now. I totally forgot we were out of dividers. That's actually partially why I stopped yesterday, because we ran out of dividers, and I made more, but I didn't finish them up. So 4377. Okay. So now, in theory, the pieces you see in front of me, these are all brand new lots that are being added to the inventory. There should be 43 here. Occasionally, Paul will mess up. One more thing is we do reuse all the bags, so I put them inside these containers. And it's not like we throw the bags away, they get reused. So when Paul catalogs, he pulls them out of there, puts the piece in the bag, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. BrickNest says, I just want to say that I love your store, and I bought a lot of bricks for my, is it Yavin 4? I don't know exactly what that is, I'm sorry. Mock. Cool. Thank you for purchasing stuff. And Soulflame is here. Okay, am I on top chat? I am. Awesome, okay. Let's start adding some parts now. So, actually I have a few dividers. 2, 4, I got like 8 dividers in there. So we can make this a little bit of the way. I guess a few of these have dividers as well. Oh, I don't know what's up with that one. Let me go, there's a few that have dividers. So, I know I'm off screen, but when we are picking orders, this is generally what we put on our cart after they have been picked. So like, we picked everything out of this side and it's empty now. We'll just usually put this entire thing on the cart. We used to take out the divider and then we could stack them on the cart, and then at the end of the day, we'd consolidate them and we'd scan each drawer, and then we would assign the remark to another half drawer and then put a divider in and that stuff. And then we had a whole empty drawer, but I think this is much more efficient to just hold on to the half empty drawers, and then once you're all done for the day, or whatever it is, someone can just add the pieces into those already half empty drawers. Then you're not spending the time taking out a divider and then putting in a new divider, and it feels a lot more efficient. So that's kind of what we started doing. The downside to this is there's no like quality check in terms of, or like accuracy. Is the piece that we're putting in this drawer actually assigned to this drawer and all that kind of stuff? Because we're just adding a piece and scanning a barcode, and we're not checking to see what the other part of that drawer is. So that is a little bit of a concern that we've definitely had. And I don't know, we've just lived with it, I guess. But actually, we haven't had a ton of errors recently. We'll have some picking errors, obviously, where we forget to send them apart or something. But I don't think we've had a ton of inventory errors where we're picking an item and we can't find the piece, which is good. That's a very good thing. So I don't know if that just means everything's hidden. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, that's 42, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 5. Interesting, that's way off. Paul said there were 43, I think I just counted 55. Is that the right piece? Has to be. That does happen sometimes, where it's like I'm adding pieces and I'm trying to figure out, like the quantity is so off and the mold types are so different. And sometimes Paul in the same BSX file will have pieces with very similar mold types. And then I get confused because I'm like, wait, did I like, and the quantities weird, I don't know. That's confusing at times. But we're learning the mold types for sure. There's a lot of different types of, like the Technic pins have different types. It's so stupid. But yeah, there's a lot of variety with pieces. 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, wow, 10, 2, okay. But yeah, now essentially I'm just going through, and in the remarks field on Brick Store, again, I should have shown my screen. Oh, wait a second. I think I can. Yes, I totally can. Awesome. Okay. Which way is it? This way. Okay. I can show my screen now. This is amazing. So, this is my screen currently. And essentially, as you can see, I totally forgot I had this hooked up. On the right side, where that kind of blue box is that I'm now moving, that's the remarks field. So in this case, it says, it's a little small for me, so I'm gonna struggle to do this. I can't leave it up forever, but it says there's 4 orange ones. So I'll take the 4 and I'll put it in the drawer, and then I will scan that remark, and I just click the down arrow key, and now I'm looking for 2 medium nougat, which on this, that image totally does not look medium nougat. That looks dark tan. But I'll put 2 of them in a drawer, and then again, I will just assign a remark to it. Now we're looking for, looks like 3 lavender, or medium lavender. Take those, put it in a drawer, assign a remark. That's essentially what I'm doing. Yeah, cool, I'm glad I could show that. I totally forgot. Oh, let me show you this. So essentially, I'm now filling in these remarks, but at the bottom here, these are the pieces that it gave back to me and said, these are the remarks that are in your store, or these are the pieces that are in your store. So had this red one, or told me the remark to go to 100, and then 1394, 1784, 2271. It's very small on the screen on the side, but you can see I just went through and I put each piece in that drawer that it belonged in. And then once I reached the bottom, I then scrolled up and I started assigning remarks to the empty ones. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. So let me move this back over so I can actually read the numbers. I'm glad I could show that. That was kind of cool. I forgot that I could do that. Okay. And yeah, that medium nougat totally looks dark tan. That's what I thought it was. But okay, I guess the dark tan is slightly different. But yeah, medium nougat I've seen, no, was it medium? Yeah, it must have been medium. It looked like I was adding something the other day. The color was so off, like it doesn't even look close. Okay, medium blue. Our second barcode scanner. We have, it's our secondary, I guess you could call it. I don't like it personally. It's like, it goes to sleep so quickly. So if you're not working fast and you're like doing other stuff, like I'm trying to talk to you, it like goes to sleep. And then once it's asleep, light gray, you have to wake it back up. And in order to wake it up, you have to like push it for like half a second. You can't just click it real quick. You have to like hold it for, it's not long, but it is like half a second. Okay, so that was a quality error. I saw one looked a little weird, so I didn't want to put it in, and then I'll change the quantity down one. What was I saying? I was saying something. Oh yeah, this barcode scanner, like it'll go to sleep right now. Just because I'm going over here to grab some other drawers, where the other one lasts like, stays on for like probably 3 minutes. I think, something like that, maybe 2. But this one is like maybe 30 seconds probably. It's very sad. All right, so I'm trying to use the drawers right now that I have that currently have dividers in them so that I can let those other dividers that I've just made finish curing under the UV light. The other night we left, I know there's a lot of chat I'm like ignoring right now, but the other night we left a lot of, we left 50 dividers, which is 1 print's worth, under the UV light for like probably 10 hours or so on accident. I put it under there, and then at some point I went inside, and I think Paul locked up the garage that night or left or whatever and didn't realize they were still there, or I don't know what it was. But we left them over there for 10 hours or something. And first of all, they're like really, they're cured perfectly, but they turned like white, like a transparent white. It's very weird. Instead of like, they have a slight yellow hue to them. It's not super yellow on the camera, I guess, but they're like slightly golden, just a little bit. And I thought that was from the UV light, because when they come out of the printer, they're not like really golden or anything. And when you put it under the UV, as they start to cure, they turn a little golden. So I figured, oh, the longer we do that, the more yellow they're gonna get. And in the past, that has shown to be true. The longer it's in there, the more yellow they become, unless you hit some certain point where they turn white. It was so bizarre. But now we have some really cool white ones go floating around. Yeah, I don't know, I just thought I'd share that. But yeah, so now I think our plan is to let them cure as long as possible. The downside is, like, they don't need to cure that long. So if we need dividers, like right now, it's not worth me waiting 10 hours for them to cure. It doesn't really make sense. Kind of just a total waste of time. But if we have the time, like if I can do this with the drawers that are over there, although I'm not gonna be able to do the whole stream like that. I would just let them cure for the rest of the day. But usually on certain days, we can go through 200 dividers in a day, just depending how many lots we're actually adding and how many quantity, if we're filling up a whole drawer or filling up a half drawer. But again, our major problem right now is we're running out of drawers every single day, which sucks. Okay, let's read some more chat because I missed everything. Yeah, Soul Flame said different mold types can definitely be annoying. That is 100% accurate. I'm not great with the mold types. Paul has figured it out because he does the majority of the cataloging. I catalog, actually the only thing I've cataloged, like a whole category, was large bricks, which is like 2x2 plus. So very, very basic. But I do know how to do it. And like I train the catalogers, but I don't really catalog. To me, it's not very enjoyable, but Paul seems to like it, so that's great. Because I can just add the pieces and then I can work on new and I can do whatever else, and he can just add the parts or catalog pieces. That's almost what he does pretty much full time in here. He packs orders, but other than that, when he's in here, for the most part, he is just cataloging pieces. Okay, let me make sure that's opened back up. Wonderful. Is that still going? It is. Okay, cool. Different mold types. Teddy playing games. Welcome to the stream. Sorry, I'm a little late on that. Oh, did I miss something up there? Oh, I see. Hello from the US. Teddy says hello from Poland now. Fidel says, I usually do random checks to my drawers every now and then to verify remarks and quantities, and it saved me a lot of time and money. For a short period of time, and by a short period of time, I think I mean like probably over a month, Paul and I were paying someone to come in once a week and audit all the drawers. And she would come in, she'd go, actually I think she took a cart, she'd go down the aisle, she'd pick up like 100 drawers or so, bring it back to the computer and scan each drawer, and she would audit and count every piece in that drawer. And if there was an error, she'd write it down, and we had check marks, and like she was finding a ton of errors, but I think she was potentially making more errors. Just because we weren't necessarily micromanaging her and making sure she was doing everything perfectly right, but because she was finding so many, or we thought she was finding so many, I'm not confident, 2, 4, 6, 7, that they were actually errors. They might have just been, she counted wrong. And then instead of counting again, because there were already 400 pieces in that drawer, she just said, okay, it's missing one or it has an extra drawer. So I'm not entirely sure. But we stopped paying her, she then went just to sort pieces for a while. And currently she's not sorting. She's not doing anything actually currently for the company. But for a while she was auditing and sorting and then just sorting, and then we decided it just didn't make sense to pay her for sorting, or not for sorting, sorting's worth it, for auditing. It was also probably a horrible job for her to do. Like, it's probably so bad. I would not, we've done one major audit at one point in the past. When was that? That was over a year ago now, or maybe about a year ago. That was bad. That was not enjoyable at all. Okay, I'm just grabbing a few more drawers that have stuff on half of them and that already have a divider, so hopefully I don't have to pull from our curing dividers right now. David says I'll be back. Yeah, phone creation is confusing when the image doesn't match the actual color. Soulflame says I agree, it's important to catalog them. Collectors may want to have the correct mold. Also, some differences are important for builders as well because they can have different connections. That is true. That's something I've learned, which I didn't know before doing all the used pieces actually, is that a lot of the differences, some of them have a groove, and I've actually seen it in sets where you'll get maybe a 1x2 tile with a groove, or plate, or I don't know, no, it'd be a tile, or a jumper maybe, with a groove, and then you'll get some without a groove, and they're in different bags because during the build, you can use that groove to make different looks and stuff, so it's very interesting actually. And yeah, some of the jumpers that have a stud on the bottom, or like they have different connections and stuff, which is very cool. So it totally makes sense why they have different molds and stuff. T, welcome to the stream. Dr. Professor Kabinski, welcome to the stream. And Just Bricks, or JB's Brick Kiln, welcome to the stream as well. I hope you guys are all doing well. Soulflame says, what's an audit? So essentially, if I didn't answer that, we would go through, pull out a drawer, go to BrickLink, search in the remark, scan that barcode. Didn't do anything right? No, scan that barcode into the thing and it'll show you what should be in that drawer. What is in that drawer in your digital inventory. Then you're gonna look in here, you're gonna count, okay, there's 4 gray ones, perfect, that matches. Oh, there's 16 red ones, but it says there should be 17. Okay, I have to change that because that's wrong, or whatever it is. So that is an audit. That is auditing the inventory. It's terrible. That's at least what we call auditing. You can call it whatever you want. Just doing, technically it's just doing an inventory or taking inventory, but yeah. Yeah, Soulflame says like the tiles, the round 2x2 with the cross bottom or the stud holder in the middle, those are different, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Wow, Dr. Kaminsky's PayPal does not seem to be working. And at the moment can't run BrickLink store. That's not cool. Can't even send money, so buying isn't an option. PayPal decides to freeze my account twice. Request info, which I provided, yet my PayPal account doesn't work for more than 2 weeks. Interesting, that is bizarre. I don't know how to help you, I'm just reading chat, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's terrible. What else do we have here? Brick Creation says, since I have a tiny store, I enjoy doing everything, including sorting and adding everything to Brick Store / BrickLink. Yeah, it's fine. It's fun for a while, but once, like, I would be done if I was Paul. Currently with like constant cataloging, he literally comes in and this is pretty much his daily routine if he's working in the store, from what I can tell. Get up, take a shower, whatever, get something for breakfast or eat breakfast or whatever it is, take care of like banana and like which is his, what is it? It's a form of a lizard, a form of a reptile. It's not a lizard, it's Argentinian tegu or something like that, I think. Which he named Banana. If you guys haven't met Banana, most people have, but if you haven't, I'm sure there'll be something. I know the patrons will meet Banana soon, or like see more of him, but eventually everyone will probably see Banana. But yeah, Banana's his pet, so he takes care of Banana, gets breakfast, whatever, then comes in here, and first thing he does is respond to the emails, unless I'm already in here or whatever, if I've responded or I'm doing something. It's a little customer service session is what we start with. Okay, now we need to start dividing drawers, I think. Yeah, a little, like, fix the customer service issues or the people who email us and say thank you for the purchase, everything's perfect. You know, we try to reply, we try to do whatever. We try to issue feedback, sometimes daily, not always, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes we get really behind on issuing feedback and issuing coupons and stuff. But we try to do all that kind of stuff. Where did I just put those 2 pieces? Right here. See, this barcode scanner turns off all the time, like way too quickly. It's very sad. But starts with all that, and then he will, if it's his data pack orders, so like if it's a Monday, we have our contractor who comes in, Nicholas, and he will pack the orders and stuff, so Paul doesn't have to worry about it. Although I think Paul's switching his work week to Tuesday through Saturday, I think, instead of Friday. I'm not entirely sure though, or instead of Monday. But yeah, like he'll pack orders if he needs to, and then he just sits down and he sorts pieces in order to get them into subcategories so he can catalog, and catalogs away. It's crazy. Like he just sits and focuses and does that, and then if I come in and we start chatting, he might only get like one bag done in a whole period, which is like 60 lots or something. It could be a few hundred pieces though. If I'm not in here or we don't end up talking and wasting a ton of time, then he could get like 5 or 6 bags done in a day, which could be a few thousand pieces and a few hundred different lots. Okay, let's see how clear these dividers are. They're not perfect, but they're not sticky, so they're okay, I guess. But yeah, you can see they're, like, if you stack them all up, let me do this. If you stack them like that, they have a severe yellow, like orangish tint to them. If it's just a single one, it's a lot less bad. But when you leave them in there forever, they turn white. Very weird. Okay. But yeah, he just sits in catalogs. I think I had a point to that story, probably. Don't know what it was though. So this honestly might be all that I get to add today, or like during the stream. It's been about an hour. I could probably add one more category after this, although I'm worried about the divider situation. Like if we're gonna have enough dividers. Probably will, I think. Not sure though. Yeah, so it's an inventory check, exactly. Joe, welcome to the stream, says, how are you just scanning the next remark in BrickStock without clicking into the remark field? So right now, let me switch this real quick because I can do that. Let me figure out how to hide this again. Oh no. Sorry. I think I paused the music. Okay, let's get rid of it. Oh no. Ugh, shoot. What's going on here? Okay, my bad. I don't know what's happening. Sorry, I'm trying to make it so you can see again. Okay, so here's Brick Store. That's what we're in. I'm currently selected on this remark field. So it's just selected on there, or it's not BrickStock, it's Brick Store. I don't know what I said there, but we're selected on that field. So what do I need? I need 2 of these black pieces, so I will find these 2 black pieces. And we're gonna put them, okay, actually, oh, here they are. I couldn't find them. We got these 2 black pieces, I'm gonna put them in a drawer. Now, my barcode scanner is ready. I'm gonna scan the barcode and it types. And it is set right now to end with enter. So it types the thing that the barcode says, then it clicks enter for you. And what that does is it closes out that field. So if you watch, let me do that one more time. If you watch when I scan the barcode we're selected on, it's gonna type it in really quick. So really quick, it typed it and then it clicked enter. So by clicking enter, it's now selected on essentially that field. And all I'm gonna do is click the down arrow key on my keyboard. So right here, so I'll show you, I just click down. And now it is selected on the next field. So now I have to get 2 of those, put it in there. I'll scan that one, and then I'll click the down arrow key, and that is it. So you don't have to click. So for a while I was clicking, and I think in Brick Store, no, sorry. BrickStock, I think is what it was, which is the older version of Brick Store. So if you haven't used or updated to Brick Store, I would highly suggest it. Made by the same person. It's just a newer program. It's actively in development. So if features are requested, enough people want them, they'll actually implement features and stuff. So really cool there. But BrickStock, the old one, you used to have to click enter, I think, after. No. What was it? You used to have to double click in the field so you could actually type. Like the cursor had to be there. You couldn't just start typing. Or something like that. Something was weird where you couldn't do this method. It was more of a process. So if you don't have Brick Store, go get Brick Store. It's the newer version of BrickStock. See, barcode scanner turned off. Much better. So, okay, let me get this back over to my screen now. Where's my mouse? and then pop everything back where it's supposed to go. Okay, fantastic. So we got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more lots to add here, and then we're done with this category. I definitely missed some chat. Missed a lot of chat. Looks like you guys are mostly talking to yourself though. Soulflame says, I understand Paul, I love sorting and cataloging as well. It calms me down and I enjoy watching my inventory grow. I love adding pieces because we get to, like, actively, as you upload the file, you see the inventory grow. It's really exciting. And what's weird is I update Paul half the time. Like, he could check obviously, but he doesn't. I could just tell him, or I tell him all the time, what the inventory count is at and stuff, and he's always like, oh sweet, like, but he doesn't know just because he's not really doing it. He's just looking at the BSX files and adding parts and stuff to those and not actually uploading, so he doesn't really see the do I need more dividers? I think I will. He doesn't really see the growth unless I tell him, which is interesting. Okay. Just Brick says I had to dip back out with your wife and cousin. No problem. You don't have to be here. Promise there are probably many more other important things to do than just sit here and watch this. I promise. Fidel says a week ago I was bored, decided to apply the stuff I'm learning in college, so I created a financial system for my store to accurately track my progress. That is awesome. That was really good, actually. That is something I don't know what your system is and stuff, or what your stuff is, but we've been working on tracking stuff a little better. For the entirety of 2020, we tracked everything really well. Beginning of 2021, I think we just got lazy, to be totally honest, and stuff, we started not recording every single transaction, and what was it, and yada, yada, yada. And it becomes more difficult. Like at the end of the year, we'll have a fun time trying to figure out exactly where did each dollar go. So we're back on tracking, knowing our expenses, our monthly profit. Did I just do that one? I did. And trying to figure out where everything is exactly, or where everything goes, or went, and all that kind of stuff. Okay, yeah, the down arrow. Ben, that's something I haven't tried yet. Ben said, could you have it do the number, then the down arrow key? I thought about that. You can't have it just do by default the down arrow key, but what I'm thinking, you can't have it, as far as I know, do enter and then the down arrow key, which is what you need to do. If you just type and click the down arrow key, I don't think that works. No. So you need to actually click enter. So I can't have it do 2, but what I'm thinking I could have it do is just like F9 or some weird command, some weird macro that I set in the computer, and that equals enter then down. And then it can just do that on its own. So that's what I think I'm gonna do. I haven't tried it yet, but that's kind of my thought, is just give it an instruction to do something else besides just enter. I've thought about it, haven't done it yet. That's how a lot of it goes. I think about doing something and then I don't actually do it. Okay, we're down to the last 4 lots in this, in this category. Okay, Brickstock had you click out. That's what it was. Yeah, very inconvenient with Brickstock. And with Brickstore now, you can kind of you can be so much faster. Even clicking the down arrow key is not horrible compared to what it used to be. But yeah, if you could save the time and not click anything, that would be better. Like if I could just do that and it's in the next field net ready for me, that'd be great. Okay, let's read some more chat before we finish this up real quick. Yeah, no problem, Joe. I'm happy that that was helpful. Everyone said, it looks like, for the most part, people are in agreement that Brickstore is a little bit better than Brickstock. Dr. Professor Kavinsky says, Evan, I have one more important big question. If you answer it, you'll save so much time. I love to have appealing prices, for example, $1, $1.25, $1.50, $1.75, and so on. Can I somehow set that up in Brickstore that it rounds to such a number? I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure on that. There's probably something somewhere that could do that for you. I don't think in Brickstore that's a default function. I'm really trying to think of how maybe, probably not would be my answer. But I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry about that. I wish I could help you, but no. But does that mean you go in and you change all your numbers to an exact, like, 25th of a dollar or something? That's crazy. Wow. Dr. Frost says income is pretty easy if you sell only through BrickLink. Simply go to your sales and display. Yeah, income is not the hard part because everything is tracked automatically with income, and you can obviously go find the orders. The problem is, like, when we buy used Lego, and I guess this is, you know, it's all cash. So for the most part, that's not a great example because we don't really take out cash unless it's only for Lego or for used supply. So that's not really a problem, but it's like when we have a debit card transaction that goes, I need to find an example here. I don't know, the majority of it, I guess, is kind of tracked, but we have to go back and track it. So it's easier when we just make a transaction to, you know, if I buy something on eBay, like I just bought some minifigs on eBay. If I buy that and I put it in the little tracker thing that we have, or I don't remember what the sheet's called, but for the month you type it in, you say how much shipping cost, how much was the piece, what quantity did you buy, all that kind of stuff, and it figures it out for you. That's easier to keep track and know that. The income is very, very easy, and I used to type in each order, the order number, the amount, the seller or the buyer that went to, all that kind of stuff in a spreadsheet. I don't know why I did that. It doesn't really make sense because we can just download that and have that all. I would actually download it, open up the spreadsheet next to me, open up both spreadsheets, and then I'd put it in one. I don't know what I was doing there, but essentially that gave us a number as to how much we made that month. But in all honesty, Brick Freedom obviously tracks how much you made in a month, so you kind of just know how much it was and stuff. So I don't know. It's a little weird to think how like the time I used to spend. It might have been fun at the time. I don't know exactly. Chris from the Great Brick Lab, welcome to the stream. How are you today? Yeah, someone says barcode on the table. With that could be an option, but then you're scanning the drawer and then another barcode, drawer, barcode. We thought about that for something. I don't remember what it was. Maybe it was enter or like tab. Oh, no, what was it? Oh, it was going to be when we used to add pieces in the BrickLink. You essentially, once you scanned in a barcode into the remark field where there's tons of pieces listed, I think it's 14. You have to click tab 14 times and it'll pop into the next field. So what we thought is we'll make a barcode that is tab 14 times. So we could scan the piece, the barcode, it now filled in that thing, then we scan the barcode on the table and it now jumps multiple times, but it jumps to the next remark field, and then we can scan a barcode, jumps to the next remark field, etc. We never did that. I don't know if you can put tab in a barcode. You probably can, but we never did that, especially now because we don't actually, we very rarely use BrickLink to upload. That was something I always wanted. I actually just wanted a software that when you scan, you could have like a little toggle switch and you could just scan it, the barcode, and then it would just automatically go tab 14 times, but that just didn't make sense. But the barcode on the table or something is a great idea. We just never did that because now we use Brickstore. So like, in my opinion for that, scanning a barcode is much easier than going tab 14 times or grabbing the mouse and clicking the next thing. I think scanning a secondary barcode is almost equivalent to clicking the down arrow key. Because I'll literally I'll scan something and then click the down arrow key just with the same hand with the barcode in it as I'm moving to put the barcode scanner away or whatever it might be. So it just depends. Okay, so this BSX file that we added here with 472 items in 58 different lots, again 43 of them were brand new, a whopping $29.55. So very productive past hour or so that I've spent here. Usually I can add, as long as there's not like a ton of consolidation. If there's a lot of consolidation, it takes a little bit longer, but I can add probably 5 or 6 bags of pieces, again, depending on factors, of course, per hour, if I'm really, that's all I'm doing. But obviously, we just did 1 bag per hour, so great rate while streaming. So now I'm just scrolling through on BrickLink, making sure there's a remark and everything, upload those files. So now they're available in our store, and then what I actually do is we save all the BSX files that we like add remarks to and stuff, and then what I'll actually do is we upload that into like an archive folder with the date and all that kind of stuff. And then if in the future we find that this 2x2 piece, plate or round plate, is in the wrong thing, we can actually search in the file directory for the part number of this piece, and then every BSX that has this in it will pop up, and we can go through and open those up and see if maybe we scanned in, this is supposed to be in this drawer, but I accidentally put it in this drawer, and now it's in this accidental drawer, but it's supposed to be in this one, and then we can like find it that way. So it's kind of like an extra back thing where it gives us some redundancy if again, it's a hassle to go through that, but if we're really missing a whole piece or something, we can find if we made an error. I don't know that that's ever gonna really be super helpful. It's not gonna save us a ton of money, but it might save us like a little bit of money potentially. But yeah. Thunder Myth from Brick Co says in Brick Store you can increase or decrease everything by a percentage. Yeah, I don't know how that math would work either. I don't know if that's possible to do your whole inventory, so it rounds it to a 25th or a 25-cent increment. Doing it manually is a lot of work, I'm sure. I would personally say stop doing it. I don't know that it's worth your time, but that's up to you. 6-month sales average plus 25% on top of that due to good condition for my parts and figs. Now you figure out how to round it. Sucks to have prices like 10, 34.5. You could round it to 2 digits, which is just what Soulflame said. You could round it to 2 digits. Same exact thing, actually. You could go like, that would round up to 1035, and then you don't have half cents or like $0.001 or like hundredths of a cent or something. So you could do that. That is an option. But it wouldn't round it to the nearest quarter of a dollar, I guess. Yeah. Ben says, I just tried Brick Store for typing and then the down arrow key, and it worked fine for me without needing to use the enter key. Really? I just updated my Brick Store today. Yesterday. Oh wait, I might not have updated this one. I might have updated that one. Let's see if the little pop-up comes up. It didn't. Okay, let's see if we have an update. No, your current version is up to date. Okay, let me try something. Let me add a piece. Let's add this guy. And let's copy and paste him. So we have a couple. Okay. Remarks. Let's go D2341. And now just the down arrow key. Just the down arrow key does not do anything for me. So I can't actually, I don't know why that works for you. That's weird. Interesting. Does it work in a different? Yeah, I don't know. I have to click enter to close out that field. I don't know if that's a Mac versus Windows thing, or if, I don't know if you're on Windows. I don't know. That's bizarre. I will look into this though and see if I can just easily click the down, or like have it click the down arrow key, but I don't think it's a huge problem compared to what it used to be. Thunderbolt and Brick Co. Just down arrow works for me too. I'm on a Mac. What version of Brick Store are you guys on? I am on version 2021.6.1, build 472. I don't know why that wouldn't work. And that shouldn't be a setting. That should just like work or not work. Click the field, type the number. No. Yeah, so Firmware Creation says I press enter and then the down arrow for me on the Mac. That's what I do too. Enter closes out the field, down selects the next box below it. Am I double clicking into the field? No, I've tried both. I've tried double clicking and I've tried single clicking. Single clicking where it just highlights the field and it selects it, and I type in a number and then click down, but I still have a cursor, so it doesn't actually, if I click up, it goes to the front of the text. If I go down, it goes to the bottom of the text. Or if I double click in the field and then type in a number and then click down, it also doesn't do anything. You only need to single click so it highlights blue. That's what I'm doing. Single click and I'll type in a number and then down. But it, 2021, 6-1, yeah, same thing. I don't know. Very weird. I'll have to look into that, because that would solve me having to, this clicking enter and then down. I could just change the end of this to being down arrow. I assume I can do that. And then, but why is, we're on the same, that's bizarre. That's really weird. I don't know. Interesting though. Okay, I missed some chat up there. Jameson Trader Bricks, welcome to the stream. How are you? That's a good idea. Dunderman from Brickco says if you could just have a mini Bluetooth keyboard and you could scan it, and like up here you have a button, and when you scan, then you just click here and that's your down arrow key. That would be very helpful, yeah. Fidel says I made a very robust Excel based on the one you shared. Each month tab has fields for expenses, backlog, inventory, and at the end of the month I add my monthly sales. The financials parts fill itself in. I don't remember which one I shared. I think, was that the monthly one for the sales recap type stuff, or was that the one I shared a while ago where it was, you put all your expenses and stuff in? I don't remember which one that was. I don't even know where that is. Because I think I just shared like a template of it or something. I don't really remember, to be honest. YouTube viewer templates. This is where it is. Sales stats templates. Let's see what this is. I don't remember what I shared. Okay, so this is like a monthly sales recap type thing, I think. Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, I made a key. Beginning of the month, end of month, average, amount, orders per day. Nice. David says down arrow key works for him as well. Good for you guys. Did you restart your computer? I will figure that one out. Actually, let me go over to this computer real quick and see what happens on this computer if I open up Brick Store. And I'm curious. I'm gonna get the mouse. I'm curious if on this computer, I'm sorry I'm not on screen. This is a very important thing I'm trying to figure out here. Duplicate. Okay. So type in the thing. No, it doesn't work on this one either. And I just updated that one yesterday. That's the one I updated, I think, yesterday. This is, I might have updated this one today, actually. I don't know why the down arrow key doesn't work. That makes no sense. That's so weird. Yeah. Yeah, Jameson, I did share one a while ago. It's not anything fancy, to be honest. I can send the link. How do I get the share link? I can send it in this chat real quick, if you'd like me to. It's just a little monthly like tracker thing. I hope that's the right link. I think it is. Yeah. SoulFlink says restarting solves a lot of problems. That is very true. Fidel says I use one for the monthly sales videos. Okay. Dr. Professor Kaminsky says I guess providing the BrickLink download and PayPal download is enough for my tax report, or am I wrong? I don't know. I'm not a tax person. You can't ask me that. I do everything business related to PayPal. It'll be my first time providing a tax report. Yeah, my down arrow key is not dead because it works when I'm not selected in a text field. So I don't know. Yeah, Dr. Professor Kaminsky, I can't answer that question. I don't actually know exactly. I apologize. Yeah. Okay, well, So how long has it been? It hasn't been that long. I know this is a really short stream. It's been like an hour and 15 minutes. I'm sorry, guys. But I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. Yeah, I think that's probably gonna be it. I only added, what I just added, 40 something lots, not a ton to the store. 43 lots. So if we go to the store real quick, we currently have, let's see how many we have. We have 9,823 lots in 229,563 pieces in 9,823 lots. So that is where we're at right now. Sales are doing okay. I'll see you guys next weekend for another stream. Actually, yeah, I should be here next weekend. Funberg Creation says, for me in Australia, my store is not big enough for me to keep a tax record. That's a good problem to have, actually. Yeah, David West says, too bad we slowed you down a bit. No worries at all. Though this was very inefficient. I could have added a couple, maybe 3, depending which categories I did, a few thousand pieces, and probably 200 brand new lots to the store. Although we're out of dividers, so you didn't slow me down that much anyway. There's only another 30 or so over there that I could use, so I have to make some more and let those cure. I think that's gonna be it though. Like I said, thank you guys so much. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. This was pretty fun. I enjoyed chatting with all of you, of course, and this was kind of nice, just you guys and me, and I added a few pieces. So now I'm gonna put these back on the wall, and that's gonna be it. So hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day / night, whatever it is. I will see you all next weekend, or in the vlog, or whenever. Thank you guys, we'll see you later.